The new Mobile N20 colorways are some of the best I've seen this year. So we've got this pink, blue, purple, and green. Which one do you like the most? I kind of lean towards the green one, but I must say, I'm a fan of pink this year. The pink options across the board with a lot of different devices is just really good. There's a couple phones I wish that I just got the pink one, but here we are. I got my pink phone now. This is one of the least expensive phones that you can get, and it still has some pretty impressive specs. There's a few features that really just stand out to me, even though that this phone is priced at where it's at. First of all, it's got a 90 Hertz refresh rate for its screen. It's a 6.6-inch display, but like while gaming and scrolling, anything like that, I've not noticed any problems at all. Like, it's been a really nice, smooth experience. The combination of that 6.6-inch display plus the 90 Hertz refresh rate and the HD Plus resolution, it gives you a pretty nice, clean and crisp display. There's a few other specs that you might appreciate that helps out the performance of this device, which includes that it has 6 gigs of RAM and plus 6 gigs of expanded RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage. And it's powered by a 1.6 gigahertz octa-core processor. So that's gonna help out with performance with the screen resolution, the crispy gameplay that you can get, and also with your camera performance. So kind of pivoting into the camera stuff, you're gonna get a lot of different features that go along with this. It's got some smart AI features that helps you detect the scene that you're in, so you're not focused on trying to figure out what settings are the best. It just kind of figures that out for you. And this is kind of like a side fact that it's built with vanilla Android. It's one of the cleanest Android experiences you can get without just getting a Pixel phone. There's no bloatware involved or anything like that. So with that said, you're able to use the Google Photos editing features such as Magic Eraser and different editing tools like that to help just get you the results that you want to get. For example, I've got this blemish on my lip that I can't stand and I can't get rid of it for video, but for photos, I can get rid of it. Maybe TMI, but I mean, I'm sure someone else can relate. Can't believe it's still happening to me at this age. It's got a 16 megapixel autofocus rear camera with an 8 megapixel macro full frame lens. On the front end is a 5 megapixel camera. One of the other impressive things to me is that it's got a headphone jack. Like, you don't see that very often these days. So if you like to connect wired headphones or any kind of audio type connections, you got that with this phone. Another neat feature about this is that it's got a fingerprint reader on the power button, and that's on the side. So depending on if you're a lefty or righty, you might be a little aggravated if you're a lefty, but you can still register your fingerprint with your index finger. That's what I've done. I use my thumb on my right hand, and then I use my index finger for my left hand, because sometimes I'm using either hand and I need to be able to access the phone. But it also has face recognition too. So you're able to unlock your phone with your face or your fingerprint for those kind of security biometrics. It's got dual SIM card support, which is really fantastic for those of us that want to have 2 phone numbers or 2 lines into one device, not to carry around 2 phones. And you know how cumbersome that can get. But I want to, like, all the specs, like, that's all fun. It's a good price point for what you're getting, but the colors, that's definitely what stands out the most of this phone. The colorways that you get with this, what I love too, also, okay, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Colors are great, but something I don't want to forget to mention is that it's got a matte finish to it. It doesn't have that glossy finish. I don't like glossy finishes on the backs of phones or even on the sides because it just leaves fingerprints everywhere. I know a lot of us use cases and all that kind of stuff, but either way, if you're not using a case or if you just want to, you know, look at the beautiful device, you're not going to see a bunch of fingerprints all over it because it's got a matte finish, and I really like that factor about it. I wish every phone manufacturer would have matte finishes and not gloss. I don't like the shiny stuff. It just gets fingerprinty, grimy. Not a fan of that at all. Let me get off my soapbox for a second, but man, I'm really impressed with these colors. I love the colors. I would rock any of them. I wouldn't be ashamed to rock the pink, the purple, the green, or the blue. Like, they all look really nice to me. And kind of speaking about the materials is that it's made of a zinc alloyed metal finish. And even at a budget price, like, there's a little bit of weight to it. So I like that. I don't know what it is. Like, when you're holding something, you don't want it to be too lightweight because it just feels cheap. This doesn't feel cheap. What's your thoughts on this phone? This is something that I think many people would enjoy if you're looking for this kind of price point. You're gonna get a fantastic looking phone. It's got plenty of features to go around. I think it's an overall win. All right, if you're interested in this, I'll leave a link down below in the video description. If you found that this video is helpful to you, please leave a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos like this. And until then, I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching.